Thanks to Measure P, the city has added 5 staff devoted to connecting our unsheltered population to services and housing, while also ensuring anti-camping laws are obeyed. Those staff deploy from the Wellness Center and work directly with Hope the Mission and Simba Center to ensure a smooth intake. So with us today, along with Chef Kim, we have the site manager, Yanis, who's going to give you an overview of the shelter operations here at the campus.
Hello everybody, good afternoon, buenas tardes. I'm Yanis Diaz. I am the shelter program manager here. I've been here since April. So pretty much we are the facilitators of this wonderful place. At this moment we have about 139 members here with 22 pets. And I believe July 2nd we'll be welcoming all our families. So you guys are going to get a chance and an opportunity to walk some of those pods today.
Now we're going to take you to our new wellness center.
Yes, that's what I want to see.
Homelessness is one of the most difficult and complex challenges we face as a city. According to the last 3 point-in-time counts, the city of Victorville has the second highest concentration of homeless population in the county of San Bernardino. The rise in homelessness in our city is indicative of the broader trend throughout the state. In fact, California accounts for nearly 50% of our nation's homeless population. A variety of factors can lead to homelessness, including rising housing costs, financial instability, substance use disorder, health concerns, and more. Because there is no one cause of homelessness, we must work to provide a framework of support to assist our homeless community. We're working to provide this supportive framework for Victorville's homeless. Our strategy, developed in concert with our Homelessness Solutions Task Force, is to increase access to shelter, health care, and supportive services. Our Wellness Center is the cornerstone of our strategy to reduce homelessness in Victorville. Now, we're going to play a video that gives you more details about the first of its kind center.
Hi, I'm Scott Webb, city planner for the city of Victorville, and I've been working on this wellness center for now the past 3 years. The surprising part of this whole process is we didn't realize when we put all of the ingredients together for this campus that it was going to be the first of its kind. And that's something that we're really proud about, is that this campus not only has a non-congregate setting for people to have their own privacy, but it has an on-site medical clinic, all of the support services including commercial kitchen, recreational space, and also care for animals. The home key funding that the city was rewarded came from the California Department of Housing and Community Development, and essentially what it gives is upfront costs that will fund most of the construction. At the same time that the home key funding became available, we had already started getting a jump start on tackling our own homeless issues in Victorville. We then found a site, we started drawing up plans, and really used our community, our Homeless Solutions Task Force to get insight on what we really need to be part of this campus. Part of what limits people from accepting shelter is the fact that it's congregate. In most traditional settings, they're in a large auditorium setting, where this funding source was specific to providing non-congregate settings where everyone has their own unit. Early on, when we discussed the variety of uses that would be on the campus, we realized that we needed operators that were skilled in pulling these type of operations off. So we've come up with a framework where 2 operators will operate hand in hand on site. We have our wellness service operator, which is Simba Center, which will be providing all of the wraparound supportive services. Also working with them is Hope the Mission. Hope the Mission is an experienced operator that we're excited to start working with, and they will be providing all of the shelter operations. I'm just so proud of our city and what we've done together as a team, and I hope that that shows to the broader community that they can step up as well and be a part of something great.
My name is Melissa. I am the lead case manager and internal site, and will be here at the Wellness Center. I am excited to be able to provide more services for the clients, give them as much resources as possible, and helping them in a lot of different areas. And wellness, the reason why it's wellness is because it's surrounding every portion of their life. wonderful team here. We have case management here. We have a plethora of different classes to help them to achieve goals and be able to move forward and succeed in life. Obviously, housing number one. Trying to support them with getting what they need and be able to be successful without us. One of our biggest challenges right now at the intern shelter is that we're in a dorm setting, but the way that it's set up now is individual and double cots. We even have our family unit, which is amazing. We have our recoup, which helps in terms of allowing our medical residents coming in that need a little bit of extra support in that area. Being able to have their own personal space, something that they can call their own for a time being while they work their program.
Wellness center right now.
Thing, and they're going to love it. I think first and foremost, we have to start looking at humanizing this population. They're worth something and they have things to give back to us. And I think we have to remember that. This is our community. Many of us that are coming on here, those of us that are here, this is our community. We need the community support. I get to see the transformation right now of some of these people that come in that have been so degraded, and watching them transform and smile for the first time and they don't know how long. They're flourishing under the care. So I've seen since I've started in August with the Homeless Center and developing our case management program to help move clients along, we've had about an 80% increase in clients moving out into the community and being successful.
She made us cookies.
Essential to our strategy has been the balance of providing services to help those in need break the cycle of homelessness,
Thank you.
while also minimizing the negative impacts homelessness can have on our residents and businesses.
They look so good.
The Wellness Center provides a key housing resource that enables the city to move our unsheltered into shelter and remove unsightly encampments that pose a health and safety risk to our communities, such as excessive trash, human waste, and drug paraphernalia. Without this key housing resource, the city would not be able to enforce our local anti-camping laws. That's correct. Since 2018, the U.S. Court of Appeals has held that cities cannot enforce anti-camping ordinances on public land if the city does not have homeless shelter beds available to offer their homeless population. By a show of hands, how many of you are aware that the U.S. Supreme Court is currently reviewing this exact issue? A couple, yes. Yeah. That's right. The U.S. Supreme Court is reviewing this issue right now, and we expect to have their opinion sometime this summer.
Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. Buenas tardes. I'm Denise Diaz. I am the shelter program manager here. I've been here since April. So pretty much we are the facilitators of this wonderful place. At this moment, we have about 139 members here with 22 pets. And I believe July 2nd we'll be welcoming all our families. So you guys are going to get a chance and an opportunity to walk some of those pods today. So you guys can just see their living spaces and all that great stuff that the city has put together to, welcome our families. A little bit of Help the Mission. We've been around for over 15 years. We've largely expanded already to San Diego, LA County, Ventura, and Kern counties. We're actually working on a lot of different projects, PSH units, along with tiny home communities. So we are just grateful and blessed to be here to be able to serve the community of Victorville and serve our community where we live and we're raising our children. Do you guys have any questions? Yes.
What's the maximum limit?
171. Right now we're at 149 is our limit.
How many people have graduated or left here?
29 housing successful since December.
Got jobs and everything for 29 people?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. And that means secured housing, so a combination of rapid rehousing, permanent supported housing, and individuals that are a lower acuity that can actually work, sustain jobs. They're just having a little bit of a rough time, and they were able to find us, and we were able to, with the support and collaboration with Simba Center, get them linkage to housing opportunities.
Nice.
Yes. The requirements is you have to be a resident of the city of Victorville.
I don't know if there's a resident if they're homeless.
So we get very creative for the simple fact that we have a lot of homeless liaison officers. We do have code enforcement, and we also do have Simba Center outreach. So they're out here on the streets, walking around, walking through our encampments, all of that stuff, and to build a relationship and a rapport with these folks, because majority of the time when we approach somebody in the streets, it's a lot of pushback. They're not ready for shelter. But as soon as that we start going out there, showing them a face that we care and that we have a place for them to be safe, they start kind of, you know, acclimating to the idea, and then that's how we get for them to have a proof of them being homeless in the city of Victorville. So when they do an intake, we do get a third-party letter of verification of whoever the entity was that allowed them to come in here. And also we do a complete background check, so absolutely no felony warrants and no 290s. All right, I'm gonna pass it along.
Could you explain to everybody, you said the right now the number of people are, what'd you say,
139 that we have house at the moment.
Okay, and why is there a gap when there are so many people still on the street from maximum capacity to what
We haven't opened our family section yet,
okay,
so that's a large chunk of beds that are available.
Okay, so we haven't put families in yet.
Correct.
Okay, everyone.
That's correct. Yeah.
I knew that question would come up. That's why I asked it.
So let me explain. So in a few minutes, we're going to be able to exit the bus and tour 7 units that will be used for families in the coming weeks. So that's the last phase of this campus that we haven't occupied yet. So we're pretty much at full capacity, moving people in, getting them services, and moving them out as it relates to the adult wings. But yes, you'll see the family wings today. So I just want to thank Yanis and Chef Kim for being part of the team.
Thank you.
And then next, I want to introduce you to our wellness center manager from Simba Center, Miss Nettie Jackson. She's going to give us an overview of the services that Simba provides, specifically medical, case management, and recuperative care.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
I'm Nettie Jackson. I'm the Wellness Services Director for Simba Center. Simba Center, what we do here to support our community and supporting them through wellness is basically we do all the mental and medical services here. So, starting with the medical, we are the first recuperative operator here in San Bernardino County for the city of Victorville, yay for Victorville. And so with that, we are working with our hospitals here, the 3 hospitals that we have here. So when our homeless individuals go in there and they need supportive services to treat those issues that they may be having, we are able to take those individuals. We have 53 dedicated beds for recuperative care services. And so that's a mix of services as well. So that could be medical and or mental health. Most of the beds are taken up with medical services. Some of the issues that we're seeing predominantly is out of control diabetes and other medical issues that folks are dealing with, i.e. cancer, heart issues, and high blood pressure. So we're able to help stabilize some of those issues once they come on campus. We have a full service medical team. We have 4 nurse practitioners, 2 being medical and 2 being psychiatric. So we're able to prescribe psychiatric medications to support anybody going through mental health. We have a team of LVNs, a team of medical assistants, 3 pharmacists, and we just hired another RN on board. So our folks here are getting the best medical care that they can get. From there, they are able to get supportive services through our case management team. So every individual is assigned a case manager to support the ideal of getting on their feet and into some kind of permanent housing solution. And so a housing solution can be, we can get as creative as we want. We have had about 29 people move successfully into permanent housing, meaning they got their own place. We haven't really counted those numbers of people who have successfully reconnected with families. And I'm going to say that's about maybe 10 that we were able to reconnect with families and provide them that resource of supporting that family as well in dealing with their loved one. So the case manager's primary goal is to work on housing navigation and what that's going to look like for moving that individual out of here. So some of that looks like basically connecting them to one, getting a job and or Social Security benefits if they're eligible to it, and looking at those financial resources to support them in getting a permanent housing solution. From there, we also have our mental health team. Our mental health team consists of licensed therapists, associate therapists, and we do have interns with us as well to support that. And we have a team of substance use counselors as well, who is able to provide a lot of the services that our folks are needing here on campus. Weekly, as a team with our partners Hope the Mission and with the City of Victorville, we talk about these individuals to see how we can support these individuals move forward with ease and grace, because it doesn't take one team, it has to take all of us, talking about how we're going to move these people and transition them off campus as well. So most of our individuals, they come in, they know they can stay here up to 90 days. If they need an extension, that's where the team makes a decision. It's not an arbitrary decision made by one person. It's a team decision to see how we're going to best support that individual. Any questions?
Oh, it's a lot.
Do you guys separate, I know you said they have medical issues or any other kind of maybe mental issues. Do you separate them versus those who have families?
We actually do have a unit when you go on campus that is dedicated to recuperative care folks who are coming in, and that is what we call pod 200s. However, if that pod is full already, all of our rooms here are able to support an individual coming in through recuperative care within that room. So every room is actually can be set up to support any individual coming in. We just like to put them in the 200s because one is closer to the medical center, and our nurses and our staff can get to them a lot quicker if they're in that pod. But if that pod is filled, we can place them throughout the campus, and they still can get the same level of support throughout the day and in the evening. The one great thing about Simba Center, the medical staff are on campus 24 hours. Any other questions?
I guess, like, is there a certain time that they're, like, is there a time limit on their stay and they're, like, or... There
is a time limit.
Okay.
So most of the folks that we're telling them they can come in for 90 days. If they do need an extension, we try to grant that extension through a collaborative network of us making that decision and trying to figure out why that person needs an extension. Most of these people who have been working their program, they need an extension because we're still waiting for Social Security to get back to us, or we're waiting for a landlord to clean out an apartment or to get the house ready. So that person needs an extension so that they can leave here successfully. We do have extension, like we have a young man here, we've given him an extension because we are able to help him locate his sister in Florida. Sister is saying she's willing to take him, so we're just trying to, we got the bus ticket, but we're trying to give him all the things he needs to get back home successfully with himself and his dog. So he should be leaving this week to go. So those are the kind of things that we'll grant extensions for, so that they leave here successfully.
Do you have cases of elopement? I know this is fenced.
There's no such thing as elopement. This place here is, you can come and go as you want to, because we're a low barrier. You're not forced to stay here or anything. You're an adult. If you choose to leave, you can leave. We do ask that when people come in, plus all the staff are scanned, we go through a security system. All of us sign in and out. That includes staff and clients. But there's, you know, if the client chooses or the guest chooses not to stay here and chooses to pack their stuff and leave, they can do that. Well, thank you, and have a great time.
Thank you.
Thank you, Nettie. And last but certainly not least, is the city's Homeless Solutions Manager, William Lamas. He's going to give you a little bit more overview of the stats of the campus and the stats of the homeless populations.
We're coming on the tour today. Before you enter the campus, I just wanted to give you a brief description of the campus. It is a 4.5 acre campus. It has 110 separate units, and as you heard from the speakers before me, we can bed 170 individuals. A little bit about the individuals that we serve here. 50% of them are chronically homeless, which means that they've been homeless for over a year and they have some sort of disability, whether it's physical or mental. So that is why we did select some of the service providers we did, because we needed to have that higher level of care so we can stabilize individuals and get them to the next step in their housing goals. 40% of them have some sort of mental health issue, and over 25% have a substance use disorder issue. And 36% of the individuals here are 55 or older. We do see that the homeless population is growing in age, so we are trying to provide some of those services that really address that issue. As Nettie mentioned, a lot of our staff are working to get individuals SSI, SSDI, to help them to get them stable with their income so then that they can continue on their housing journey and provide more of a stable process or transition so they're not coming back into homelessness after we get them housed. Some unique features about the campus: there is only one way out and one way in. We did make an exception for you guys to come through the side gate here, but that's one of the benefits we have, especially getting families on. We want to make sure the campus is secure. We do have 50 plus cameras throughout the facility. We have 2 security guards that are on site at any given time. Now we're going to get an additional security guard once we get the families on as well. And then just briefly mentioning about the outreach, because we usually have our outreach team here to speak a little bit. Our homeless engagement team is very pivotal to what we're doing in addressing homelessness. They're the boots on the ground, really getting to know the individuals in the field and really helping them transition into that next step. Because a lot of individuals, it'll take multiple attempts to get someone to say, hey, you know what, I need help and I need to get to that next level. So our homeless engagement team was made up of 4 homeless engagement officers and 1 supervisor. They work 7 days a week trying to get individuals in the shelter. So I just wanted to give them a little shout out here on this tour. So if you see them in the streets, they're wearing all blue. And same thing with Simba Center. They're just the ones that really kind of emphasize and put these individuals in that next level and next stage where they need to go to get onto their housing, their housing goals. So with that, hopefully you guys enjoy the family units, and if you have any questions, we'll all be off the bus. We can answer anything if you'd like.
Thank you.
All right, well, thank you, William. So yes, we do invite everyone off the bus.
So we're gonna go see the family pods. They're gonna be available here at the homeless shelter. Whew. Last time we didn't see these. The family pods? No. So they barely finished making them? Yeah. Hello.
Welcome to the Wellness Center, guys. Hi. Hello. So we have 2 areas, wherever you want to take, either the right or left. Right or left. These are the family pods.
Oh, wherever you want to go, Mom. Right or left.
I'll
go this way?
Yep. Let's go first.
It's not.
Whichever one you guys want to.
Thank you. Oh, they're pretty big. Oh, wow.
It's nice and fresh.
It's a nice area.
Pretty big, yes. Very nice.
So this is a family pod, guys. Has a desk, master bed. Has 2 desks actually, and then a bunk bed. Oh, that's cool. And it's a nice open space. Look at the bathroom. That's big. big area.
Yeah, the bathroom's really big.
So this is a family pod here at the shelter. It's a big bathroom. I have the bunk beds right here, which is good. It's a good size.
It's one big rectangle. So it's one big rectangle, you guys, and it's fairly spacious in here.
Yeah. I wonder how many, what's the square footage? You know?
And there's AC.
Oh, 24-hour air conditioning.
And it's actually really fresh in here. Nice and clean. A nice big bed.
Then you have windows, you know, you don't feel like you're
trapped.
Yeah. Has 2 big windows, a nice window in the door. I mean, you could have your kids, you know, 2 kids.
Yes.
It's enough space. What do you think?
I mean, I think it's really nice.
And then if, oh, but I don't know, well, you don't have to be here all the time because you can come and then go to the park.
Yeah.
You know, because there's a park right there.
Yeah, this is, I mean, this is the best I've seen for a city to, you know, try to rehabilitate. And it's cool because they're not just trying to give them housing, they're also trying to rehabilitate them medically and mentally. So
yeah,
and that's what a lot of people are suffering with. They say,
and the end goal is to end up with housing.
But they said 45% is dealing with mental health issues, so that's the biggest problem.
Yeah,
and only 25% are dealing with drugs. So I know a lot of people think, oh, it's all homeless is all because they're drugs or
it's
all
just
this.
a lot of different,
but
a lot of different issues, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, this is the family pod. Let me turn you around. Bunk beds, desks to do homework. It's a nice spot. Oh wow. So it's almost the same. They're big. So it's like 3 pods put together with the bunk beds again, and then the big bathroom. That is cool.
There's all this area, for this side is family. It's all family.
Yeah, this whole unit.
They said how many people, so they said what portion are 55 plus? And let me guys set a percentage.
I don't think.
And you know what?
It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, it's. Yeah.
I would say all of them would be.
Pretty much.
It's not very good.
Yeah.
And how many kids can stay in there?
That's a very good question.
Oh, I'm just asking. I was just curious.
We don't know what the mouse is.
Oh, okay. There's 2 beds because sometimes you have older kids and little kids sleeping together. Okay, thank you. Okay, let's go for it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I know.
Seriously.
Yeah. Well, it's 24-hour air conditioning. So this is how the pod looks from the outside. And it's right next to the park. I mean, so even if you're here, you could just go to the park with the kids, you know? Enjoy the community a little bit. This is how the family pods look. And there's a bike path over there. Now that's it, guys, for the family pods here. I'm gonna get back on the bus.
Back on the bus you go.
Back of Kimber Campbell Ranch. So, you try to be positive, my dear. No? No? Who's going to come down here?
There's a lot of people coming because of the food trucks.
Is that the way we should look at it?
If you're going to fix up, if you want to fix up downtown, why would you put this here?
Because it's for the homeless.
Yeah, and this is where they hang out.
Nobody hangs around right here.
Oh no, they all go down to 7th Street.
They're over there on private property. They cannot do anything on public property.
Oh.
There's no camping, if you heard earlier.
Okay, so if somebody doesn't want to come up off the street, what are you doing?
Well,
okay. Everybody enjoy that tour?
Yeah.
So this tour, this facility just opened this last December, so it's fairly new. It's taken a little bit of time to get it occupied, but absent the units dedicated for the families, we've filled it up quite well. All of the residents are getting great services in there, so hopefully, in fact, we're glad you were able to see it firsthand yourself. So now we're going to head to our Southern California Logistics Airport. How many of you all know that we have an airport?
Woo! Yes. We're to the airport now. I want to go see.
I think I know the question you're going to ask.
So, en route, we'll want to share some details about our animal shelter. Our animal shelter is located at the former Goodwill High School, which is just here to my left, our left.
Oh, this is the shelter?
That we'll pass by. The video that we're going to play right now gives you a great overview, but this is the location where our animal shelter is going to be located.
In April 2023, the city faced an unforeseen issue when its longtime animal shelter operator provided just 30 days of notice that it would cease operations.
So
the city's animal control division immediately jumped into action to create a temporary shelter
animal shelter
at two existing city properties. By working with Best Friends Animal Society, they were able to learn and implement industry standards and best practices. In just 6 months, the team hosted 38 adoption events and found homes for 250 animals in the city's care. The team also scouted locations and secured the former Goodwill High School to serve as the city's permanent animal shelter, thanks to a lease agreement with the Victor Valley Union High School District.
Wow, that is cool. So it's going to be the animal shelter. Turn this school into an animal shelter.
So just as you can see to the left, it looks like an old school, old portable buildings. That's where effectively we're transitioning those units to eventually serve for the needs of our animals here in Victorville. Renovations to our new animal shelter are underway. If everything goes according to plan, the shelter will be open by the end of this year.
Oh, wow. That's kind of quick. That is fast. The shelter opens this year. That's great news. They don't really have a lot of shelters. I don't think so. Is really leveling up. Animal shelter, the shelter.
Oh, there we are.
Okay, so we have some history here, and just to our left is a historical point of interest for our city. That's the first jail that was located in Victorville.
Oh my God!
As you can tell just by the size of it, crime was probably different back then.
I never knew that. And the sign is just right there too. The first jail.
Does the city own that or just someone?
No, that's the city.
The city owns it?
It's a historical landmark.
And this is the trail.
This is how you grab the trail.
This is the trail to the river.
Well, that's a parking lot. If you
park right there and then go.
Have you ever seen the one in college?
Oh yeah.
It goes all the way there, huh?
Not yet.
Oh, they're gonna make it.
No, this I believe it ends right there for now.
Okay, just as we cross the railroad tracks here, we're gonna approach D Street and likely make a right turn on D Street. And as we do, on the left-hand side of the bus, we're going to be passing by the Route 66 Museum. Oh, perfect timing. Route 66 Museum is a great place to learn about our area and the Mother Road, Route 66. The museum is open Thursday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Sundays from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. In the lot next to the museum, right here on this hard corner, is the new Lanes Crossing food truck hub that's open every Friday night. This is actually a great example of business energized by our new city ordinances.
I know.
So as we're progressing down D Street, we're going to be along with the railroad. The cement industry played a very important role in the development of Victorville and this region. Shortly, as we approach the freeway and cross under the freeway, you'll actually see Cemex, which is a large cement manufacturing plant that, unless the history is here in my script. Oh, I'm not going to. Yeah, I was going to tell you the answer until I realized there's a trivia question. So hey, we got a trivia question. How long has the plant been operating here in Victorville? How many years?
30.
How many years?
30 years? 40.
55.
55.
60.
So to help you out, take a look at it.
100 years.
And just take a look to see how old it is.
That's how long?
That's a long time.
You can only say so much, right?
Yeah. He's like, I can't say more. So he said more than
200.
The windmills were not a part of the original structure.
Now that would be something.
Did somebody say 100 years?
We said it.
I said 100 years.
Okay, it's a little bit older than that.
105. 110.
Oh, he did.
Somebody get it?
107 years. It was Labor Day, 1916. This Labor Day, the plant will be operational for 108 years.
Wow.
Now, the cement industry continues to be an important part of our local economy. Cemex is North America's largest cement producer. So we got another trivia question. Ready?
Ready.
Name this historic 1947 diner that can be seen in the Quentin Tarantino movie Kill Bill and has been featured on Guy Fieri's diners, drive-ins, and dives. You don't want to see it first? It's right here on the left-hand side.
It's here.
Somebody already get it?
I heard it. Emma Jean?
I didn't hear the answer.
No.
That was the easiest question of the day.
And we can't, and I couldn't remember. I just got that possibility.
No, not Chick-fil-A.
Emma Jean. No, but I said Emma Jean
So if you haven't visited, you have to visit. It's a must visit for locals especially, and certainly a must visit for people that are visiting the area enjoying Route 66. But just here on my left is Emma Jean's famous Holland Burger.
Holland Burger. I gotta go stop by.